Welcome back to Vagabond Gypsy Tarot and Oracle readings. Today's reading is going to be a pick-a-card, 3-pile pick-a-card for July. And this is going to give you a look into what you can be expecting to come into your life in July of 2022 here. And once again, these readings are for fun, and they're pick-a-card reading for the general public. So if something resonates with you, great. Go ahead and accept that and take that message. But if it doesn't, remember that these are just a general pick-a-card for the general public. So this month I did pick a goddess to guide us through the month of July as well. And she is the Japanese goddess of beauty, Benzai-Ten. And I'm going to read you out of the Goddess Power Oracle guidebook what this goddess stands for. I actually am seeing this for the first time in my deck. I never even have ever pulled this one. So Benzai-Ten is the Japanese goddess of beauty, and her empowerment message is, you are at your most lovely when you are being yourself. The Japanese goddess of beauty, Benzai-Ten, reminds you that knowing, accepting, and honoring yourself as a spiritual being in a physical body requires self-care. Now is the time to support yourself by surrounding yourself with beauty and choosing to see its power in every aspect of your life. If you can commit to doing that, you will be amazed at how much more beauty arises to greet you. Open your eyes to the wonder everywhere. Even in the most unexpected places, beauty awaits to be discovered. Consider this before you turn away from a person, place, or thing. Beauty is everywhere. It's your time to find it, and the goddess Benzai-Ten will help you. And she also has an empowerment message, which I'm going to read. It says, your ability to see beauty in the world is dimmed by a momentary lapse in self-worth. The goddess of beauty asks whether you've been set back by a visit of perfectionism or others have withheld their support, causing you to feel small and insignificant. Whatever the circumstances, it appears that you have been hijacked by a sense of lack. Your alignment task is to restore your self-worth and regain your equilibrium by refusing to engage in these mind games designed to dim your light. Now is the time for a positive self-inventory. The goddess Benzai-Ten is here to remind you that you are a bright, shiny, beautiful being of divine power and light. You are more than enough, and the world contains more than enough beauty for you. This is a good place to dust off and start again. What a beautiful message for all of us. Both the empowerment and the alignment are great messages. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee here. I'm dealing with my computer again here. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1 is a round quartz with strips of black rutilation in it. It's a polished oval egg type quartz. Pile 2 is a white stone. It's polished. It has a little bit of yellow specks on it. It almost looks like it was started to be an animal carving of some sort. And pile 3 is a a quartz point. So go ahead and take a moment to check out these piles and see if one resonates with you. And we'll see you back at pile 1. Welcome back, pile 1, for your reading here. Okay, so we're gonna put Benzai-Ten there over your reading here. Maybe we'll move her a little bit. Okay. So, welcome back. I have, the first card I pulled was this one. This again is from the Lenormand tarot guidebook, and we have I'm looking in the guidebook. Actually, I might read the message here for you, but this card is the anchor. And as you can see, the anchor is right here. And we have this beautiful fairy dancing by the sea. And yeah, it's a cute card. Well, the anchor generally means like things are at a standstill, but let's go ahead and see what other messages it says in this card for your July reading. So that the general message is that you're going to have a standstill on things. Let's see. So the house of the anchor is where the reading may be held firm or fastened. Depending on the question and the context of the interpretation, it will show what is most long-lasting in the situation, such as the man card in the house of the anchor would be meaning the man is going to be around for a long time. So so basically, if your question was about love and it was a person, woman, man, partner, it looks like things are going to be at a standstill. Now let's see if we can get a clarifier on this, because we need to find out what this is regarding. Okay, so the fairy message is quiet time. So things are at a standstill. To me, we're going to have to pick some more qualifiers here, but it looks to me like whatever your question is, there's going to be a pause. Like if your question is regarding, for the example in the book, if you were asking about if a man was going to stay in your life, or a woman, or your partner, if your significant other was planning to leave or stay with you, it seems like the answer was that things are at a standstill. Things are calm. I mean, she is actually kind of dancing in a merry way in this picture. And this mystical being behind her is sitting with the anchor as well, sitting still and calm with a smile on his face as well. So, I mean, it looks as though it's a happy card in this case, and yeah, I mean, they just look like they're enjoying themselves and in their calm. And this card is also reaffirming that there's quiet time. You can calm your mind. If whatever you're worrying about, or whatever your question was, if there was a worry in your mind, it appears that you may not have too much to worry about. Let's see. We've got the Fool energy. So the Fool energy is a somewhat of a naivete character, a young and willing to take risks without looking back. And that's kind of fits in with this dancing fairy on this picture. She looks like she's just enjoying herself, and the Fool card here is also reiterating the fact that you need to just sit back and start to do something that you didn't think of doing before, and don't worry, everything's calm. And with the goddess Benzai-Ten there as well, she's reaffirming the beauty within yourself. Let it shine. You know, I mean, quiet your mind, quiet your heart. Don't let anything bring you down. Whatever your circumstances, as I said, it's like almost at a standstill. It's a calm standstill, though. There's nothing here signifying that there's a worrisome element to this. Let's see if we can get a different card here. I'm pulling from the Shadow. I think it's called the Shadowlands. I love these cards. They're so detailed, and I love them. But anyways, the card I'm picking is I have picked is the Queen of Wands. And I don't know if you can see it here, but she's playing the harp, and it's like attached to the tree. If you can look these cards up, they're beautiful. And before we end the reading, I'm going to look and see more. Moore is the author of these cards, is the back. Shadow something. I have to look it up. I'm sorry. But anyways, the Queen of Wands. And she's got two foxes here in the picture, just listening to her harmonious music as she's playing this tree with the harp strings infused right in it. Everybody's taking in the beauty, and she's taking in the beauty. Benzai-Ten is definitely here for this one. I'm going to try and stand this up so you can see that. It's really hard to see. I hesitated using these cards because the camera, I'm not getting that good of a camera quality. Let's see if we can find an angle here. Well, this looks pretty good. But you can see that she's playing the harp, and all the animals are listening to her. The beauty of the season. July looks like a beautiful July for you. I mean, I don't see anything negative. It looks as though I mean, let's see if we can get another clarifier, maybe on the who could have picked this deck. Maybe we have more than just that to give you here. Let's see what we can. So I got another fairy message here, and it's self-reliance. Once again, the goddess Benzai-Ten saying, the beauty is within you. Don't let anybody take away your shine. I mean, if somebody is asking the question, I feel like somebody is asking the question, or a situation happened where they were knocked down, like Benzai-Ten said with the empowerment message. Did somebody blow out your flame? To me, it seems like that could also be somebody that picked this card. I feel like somebody has been hurt, and I mean, it looks like the situation is at a standstill, but maybe you're the one that needs to make the decision to stop the standstill. I mean, that's what it kind of feels like to me. It feels like the month of July should be with reflection and play. I mean, be that fool. Go out and do things that are fun to you, you know. Have your quiet time. Reflect in the beauty of the season. Be self-reliant. I mean, there's power in being self-reliant. You have to, even when you're with somebody, you have to have some self-reliance. I mean, you have to have that to be a living thing. You have to have a self-reliance. Sometimes that can be taken away in life, like Benzai-Ten is saying. If the empowerment message is fitting you more, take that empowerment message. She's asking you to look at the beauty of the season and reflect on that there's enough beauty for you too, and you are beauty, and nobody can take that away from you. I think sometimes in life things can happen and we can get knocked down, and whoever I think is these questions are resonating for, I feel like it's not like a terrible thing, like a terrible blow, but your feelings may have been hurt, and I feel like that's why you need to take this beautiful season of the sun and do some reflection. Maybe you'll come back to realize that it wasn't your fault that you feel a little sad or worried. Whatever this other situation is, if it's another person, they may be partially to blame as well for your feeling this way. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really feel like it's a dramatic situation. I feel like it may have just been a miscommunication. Because I mean, these cards are, it's almost like a wake up. Whatever this situation was, I've been trying to get my words out here, sorry. Especially with this self-reliance card, the last one we just picked. I feel like whatever this situation is, it was a wake-up call for you for the future. Just to remember that you are beauty, and you don't need, you are self-reliant as well. You don't need to carry on this burden of thinking that whatever this person said or did was just going to tear you apart. I mean, it seems as though, it seems like it's mild, but it almost seems like it's just a wake-up call that was given to you maybe in a good time. Yeah, and I just pulled out, I have a chakra deck, and I just pulled out the sun chakra cards, and I pulled from that, and I got the wholeness of self. Put that on top of there for now. Actually, I'll hold it up. So this card is, again, wholeness of self. Self-reliance card fits perfectly with this. It's like creating your own safety and your own confidence, and so that you don't have to feel angst again. I mean, we go through this in life anyways, but this seems like kind of a mild situation. And this card is like, it seems like the information that the cards are giving you is a responsible way of taking care of this situation. And this sun wholeness and self card just confirms it as well. I mean, it's self-reliance. You go out and have fun. You go out and dance. You take the quiet time. You listen to the music. You enjoy it's you. So if there is another person, there obviously probably is a person involved or a situation. If there is that, it seems like it was a minor one, but it was a wake-up call to you too. Like maybe you were getting a little bit too needy or needing to be hugged and patted on the back and nurtured. Maybe this was just a wake-up call situation. I mean, it could fit to many things, so it could be anything from work to love to family to anything. I mean, this probably could resonate with a lot of people. It's probably just a good general message for a lot of people. Anyways, I think that ends it for you guys. I absolutely adore this reading. I love this one. And we'll see you back for pile 2. I forgot to tell you, I was just cleaning up. This tarot deck is Barbara Moore Shadowscape. And they're beautiful cards. So I forgot to tell you that. Anyways, I started putting things away. Okay, we'll see you back at pile 2. Welcome back, pile 2, for your reading. Okay, so your first card is going to be what the main theme of your summer is going to be. And visualization. Okay, so we have the mountain and visualization. So actually, I am going to read out of the book what the author said the mountain means. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm flailing around here looking for my book. Okay, so actually, this is clouds, not mountain. But let me find my book here. So we've got the clouds and we've got visualization. Okay, so I think I found it here. So 6. Okay, so 6 is our magical number, and the clouds mean transition. This is the house of change and movement. It is all about the times in between, where we rest and take stock of who we are and what we want and where we are going on our journey. It shows, too, where we may be most confused. So the fairy message visualization is perfect. A perfect clarifier card for these clouds, because you need to take a step back and picture in your mind different ways of things working out. Now let's get a clarifier for this, because we need to know see if we can get a clarifier on what the clouds and the confusion is. Okay, 8 of Swords again. So the 8 of Swords is showing that it's a self-imposed almost stuck, because she's got her eyes blindfolded and she's standing with the swords around her, but her feet are free. And she really could get that blindfold off if she wanted to. So basically, this is a self-imposed cloudiness. It seems to me as though it's a self-imposed problem, possibly. Let's see if we can get another clarifier on what that might be. Oop, I dropped one. I'm gonna grab it. Bear with me. Yeah, it's definitely showing that it's a self-imposed dilemma. You might be making more out of it than you need to. And then I've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you are really upset about this. Whatever this situation is, like really upset about it. Like whatever is causing you sadness is very serious in your mind, and you don't feel like it's self-imposed, and you don't feel like it's you making more out of it. So you believe that whatever this situation is, it has made you sad, and it has made you're in grief over it. Like very sad over this situation. Like we need to find out a little bit more here for whoever this may be for in the audience. Okay, another one, Three of Swords. Through the heart. I mean, it's a heartfelt situation. These cards are so beautiful, by the way. I told Pile 1, these are Diane Moore Shadowscapes, and they're just gorgeous cards. So detailed. But yes, I mean, this card is saying that your heart is hurt. You feel defeated. And we've got a lot of swords here. I'm going to pull another card. I'd like to get some information on who or what this is about. Can we get some information on what this is about? Knight of Cups. Again, an emotional situation. It looks like you were like fighting for something, or you are fighting for something, whether that be a person or a job, or it's something that you feel like you're almost moving backwards in. I mean, this knight here in this picture is going for that golden cup, but the horse is, or the unicorn actually, is moving through flowing upward water. So you feel like this is an unattainable or very hard situation to get to. But you have to remember, this is the card of clouds. So you're not seeing everything the way you should be. And this card here is saying that you need to take, visualization is saying that you need to take the time to get things straight. This situation here is, I feel as though it's, I don't want to say self-imposed, because I can relate to situation. I can relate to the feelings of this type of situation. Sometimes we make in our heads more out of it than need to be. I mean, we don't have all the facts, and this card here is saying that you need to take the time to reflect, and whether that be write down things like journaling. I don't know if you're journaling or anything like that, but if you would write down the situation, and maybe just write down the situation, and maybe just write down why you feel the way you feel, and then maybe write, do I need to feel this way? Is everything my fault that I'm not getting to this achievement, or this person, or this job? But there's clouds in the way, so this is asking you to sit back and think about it. And with Benzai-Ten here, she's also giving you the words to open your eyes and reflect. Maybe go outside, go for a walk in the forest or the woods, or if you live in the city, a park, or go somewhere for relaxation, or maybe get a go to a meditation class, or get a massage or something, but do something nice for yourself, because you are defeated in a sense here. I mean, these two cards for sure. You feel bad about yourself, and Benzai-Ten said at the beginning that, you know, if somebody's making you feel, actually I'm going to grab that, feel lower than you need to feel, or is it self-imposed? Basically it says, okay, so the Goddess of Beauty asks you whether you've been set back by a visit of perfectionism, or others have withheld their support, causing you to feel small and insignificant. Exactly. That's what this is. You're feeling small and insignificant. Yeah, so I mean, I think that this card is, you know, this whole spread is saying that it's almost a self-defeat. But the clouds are here causing you to not see the situation as it truly is, or seeing an outcome. I'm going to pull, I pulled a card from my chakra deck, and it is, I just pulled out all the yellow cards, so I am doing the solar chakra only, and I'm actually going to read the message out of this, because this is a deck that I don't use a whole lot, but I need to. I love it. Well, anyways, the sun chakra is our solar plexus chakra. It is just above the navel, by the way, and it is the focus of our personal power. And talking down to ourselves, if we feel defeated, we need to find that strength. And now that I'm just saying that, I'm kind of laughing here, because the card is Thor. So strength, I'm going to read what the card says here. It says, Thor is the Norse god of thunder and the protector of gods and humans from evil. Thor is the son of Odin and was married to the fertility goddess Sif. Thor was said to ride through the skies on a chariot pulled by magical goats. In his hand he held a magical hammer that was so powerful the dwarfs made him a special belt and iron gloves so that Thor could better control his hammer. Now, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt here. When I think of Thor, I think of the movie Thor. And he doesn't look like Thor in that picture, but anyways, I digress. I love that movie, by the way. I love everything that he's in. Thor would fly through the heavens and swing his hammer. Thor's swinging motion was so powerful it would create lightning when it was thrown, it would echo as thunder. You have a habit of attracting attention to yourself, and you love being in the limelight. You're a real show person and love to put on a show. This is not to say you are egotistical, just to say you are comfortable and confident in this role. Being the center of attention requires a lot of energy to keep the crowds entertained, and of late you are tired of being the resident entertainer. Take a break, refresh, and rejuvenate. Exactly, like I'm saying. You owe it to yourself. If you keep going at this rate, you will find the universe stepping in to take action to slow you down. And I think that's actually the point we're at. The universe has taken action and is trying to slow you down. You are your own worst enemy because you can't say no and you refuse to delegate. Worried about the pressures it places on others, this is an early warning of much worse to come if you don't rest now. Take the time to collect your thoughts and let go of some control. It will be okay, and you will give someone else the opportunity to step up to the responsibilities that will lighten your load. Learn to breathe and relax. That will learn to lighten your load. Learn to breathe and relax. Wow, that card, if that doesn't fit, I'm telling you though, now I'm going to have to watch Thor tonight or something. I love that movie. Oh, anyways, yes, definitely. This is saying that you are taking things on more than you need to. And everything is not your responsibility. And maybe that's where you're self-imposed. You feel trapped because you feel like you have to get all this work done at work, and you feel like you're the only one that can do it because nobody else seems to be helping. Sorry, I'm drinking here, and you've locked yourself in your own cage, which has brought on the sadness, and you do feel stabbed in the back. You do feel stabbed because it could be a work situation. Like I said, you're pulling your weight and you feel like nobody else is, but you need to take the time to get perspective on what's going on. And Benzai-Ten is here to say, take this July summer beauty in the northern hemisphere and see the beauty in everything. And everything is not up to you. I mean, if it's not work, it could be something else as well. But I was just thinking, I was resonating with the work situation because I can get that. Even with people, even with friends. Maybe you feel like you're pulling the weight in the friendship. I can see that as well. Sometimes we take on, way too much responsibility than we need to, and then we self-impose ourselves into this cage that we're really not stuck. We just put ourselves there. So we need our solar plexus energy, all that bolt of lightning and strength to go through our solar plexus and give us the power, because we are the power within. We have the divine within us, like Benzai-Ten says. Our solar plexus chakra is a very important chakra. If you Google it, it is very important, and this is the season for the solar plexus. That's why I just chose the solar plexus cards to pull for these. I thought it was appropriate for the season. So anyways, I think this ends the reading, but I want to say that you are the beauty within, and you hold the beauty within, and you hold the power within, and you just take your time and figure things out, whoever you are, whatever the situation is. It could pertain, like I said, to quite a few different situations, but remember, there's clouds that are casting problems on your vision there. So I think this ends the reading for 2, and we will see you back for reading 3. Welcome back, pile 3, for your reading. I almost had to pause for a second. I heard a truck outside, and I was like, oh, did I get my tarot package? I ordered some more tarot cards, of course. Can't get enough of those, you know. Anyways, I'm so excited for them to come. I ordered 1. Okay. So your theme for the summer is the ring and problems resolved. Okay, so I'm actually going to find the reading for the ring, and the ring means continuity. So your summer, it seems, it's going to be possibly in motion, let's say. Let's see what the card says. It says, the ring gives this house the sense of sealing a deal. It is the house of the pledge and shines out into the card above it and around the sense of commitment, a cause, a bond, an oath. It can be a promise to oneself that has to be made in the context of the cards, which fall in and around the house. Now this is from the Lenormand deck. As I said, I'm only using the 1 card, and I only picked the 1 card as the main focus, but generally these cards are read in succinct order within the same deck, but I'm using it as your focus card for the summer. Problem resolved. That's kind of what it was saying in that, you know, I mean, it's saying that everything is in order, and I'm going back to it here. Sealing the deal. Something is, it says problem resolved. I don't know if it's a family or work or what it is, but let's see if we can get some clarifiers here. Problem resolved, though. Whatever is on laying heavy on your mind or was an issue is gonna resolve itself in July. Let's see if we can find a clarifier. 10 of Cups, 10 of Emotions. Could pertain to family. Maybe there's a family issue going on with a spouse or children or friends that are just your family. Let's see, I got another card here. It is Page of Wands. So it could be a younger acting person or a younger person that is very curious and possibly causing problems for you. But also a person playing naive. But they're sneaky. They're being sneaky too. It doesn't necessarily mean in a negative way. Let's pull another one. The Star. But there is a lot of searching and investigating going on. As I said, this page is kind of making things a little bit rough for you But I mean, whatever the situation is, it's going to clear itself up. But I mean, the Star card, it looks as though you are playing your part in finding out what's going on. I mean, you've got one eye on whoever this person is, and it doesn't have to be male or I mean, it could be female, doesn't matter. While this person is being sneaky, you have one eye on them and one eye on other things. And I mean, you are, it's not like a bad situation. I don't see it. It's almost like a mischievous type thing. I mean, let's see. I mean, it could be like a balance, like working a balance. I might have to pull, I'm going to pull some other cards here, but I mean, whatever this Wands card is, whoever this is, I mean, actually, they could even be, now that I'm thinking about it, they could even be working with you. Maybe it's a good surprise. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's deceptive. And it almost looks like looking for something new here, like a new way of doing things or a new opportunity. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's maybe this person is helping you in more ways than you know. But you maybe think that they're being secretive, but you've got an eye on them too. I mean, I'm trying to explain myself here, but it seems like these two are working for the same goal, and this kind of shows that as well. And they both are very curious looking, aren't they? I mean, they both look like they're filled with wonder and joy and excitement. The Star is like, I mean, look at her. She looks like she's seeing something magical. And he looks like he's conjuring something magical. I mean, maybe you're working together with somebody, but in a sense, I kind of feel like it could be another person helping you more than you think. Because there has to be some sort of problem, because it's this problem resolved. But let's see here if we can get a clarifier on that. But I really feel like these two are a good combination. Five of Cups. So this is the Barbara Moore deck, Shadowscapes. I love this deck. They're kind of hard to see on the screen. But she is, again, an emotion-filled cup. She is standing at the sea on a small piece of land, and she has empty bowls behind her, and she's holding a bowl with a fish in it, and it looks to me like she's going to release that fish into the sea, because her cups are full. I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like, in a sense, though, this is kind of like a card of saving what's left. Like your other cups were knocked over in this picture, and damaged, which could be part of the problem here. That's what I kind of pulled this one for, was the problem resolved. But you still have that one bowl left, and you still have that one fish left that you're going to save. So I feel like it's a positive card, or you're looking at it in a positive light. My computer here is doing goofy things. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Five of Cups is definitely a card of there's been loss. I mean, there's emotion. You've lost things, but you are still happy with having what you have. I mean, it's, yeah, you have disappointment because you've lost things. And, you know, things haven't always gone the way you wanted them to go, but you still have what you have. And yeah, I mean, you're going to work with it. It's emotion. What cups is emotion? Let's see if we can get another qualifier on that. If we can find something on that. But I feel like it's a positive. You have a positive outlook because these other two cards here too, you're not willing to give up, you know. Yeah, and then you're not willing to give up because, well, I mean, you're not going to give up because you have a problem to solve. I mean, and you still have cups, you still have a cup left, you know, and you still have the motivation to move on. To make this continuity. I mean, life is full of cups falling, you know what I mean? And your desire to get to this continuity is there. That's what the King of Swords is. He has the desire and the will, and that's what you have, is a desire and the will. Courageous, and I mean, well, I don't know if it's really, yeah, courageous. I mean, everybody, it takes courage to do things. I mean, you have the courage to go through and get things done, and you're going to get it done, well, obviously, because the problem's going to be resolved. But you know, you might have a couple tough, you know, a tough situation that arises, but I don't really think of it as tough because these two cards here, they're just so magical. I mean, and the fairy, this fairy card is saying problem's going to be resolved, my dears, this summer. But yeah, I mean,